And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. This is apparently part 2 of my Q&A number 60. Those of you wondering what happened, why I am making 2 parts of the video, well, honestly, just to be real with you, the first broadcast I had to cut off because apparently I lost sound somewhere in the podcast and I had to restart a new one. And this is the second part. So let's just pretend that didn't happen. And we're starting part 2 of my Dalyxman live Q&A, number 60, where I answer your questions in as much time as I can. If you have a question for me, just like I said in part 1, same thing applies in part 2. You can ask me on Facebook, you can ask me on Twitter, or you can ask me in the live chat. And I will answer as many of them as I can, because I love interacting with my audience. I love interacting with my fans. So, you know how this works. Let's get to it. And by the way, I am starting from the top and going all the way through. So let's go ahead and go to the top here. This is Brian from Conway. Brian asks me, if you were the president, what would you do? What laws would you change to make America better? 2 things. I would give us in America, free healthcare and, well, universal healthcare. How about that? I wouldn't say free healthcare because universal healthcare is different, but everybody gets the same kind of healthcare. And then free college. That's what I want to give out for free. We live in an age now where college is necessary. You have to have college to even make a living. So yes, free college and free healthcare, universal healthcare. That's what I would do. Let's see here. This is Alexander from Atlanta, Georgia. Alexander asks, do you wish that Ron Simmons would travel full-time again and do his random damn segments? Yes, I love Ron, a.k.a. Farouk. One of the most underrated performers in wrestling. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he is the first ever WCW Black World Champion. Black World Champion, if I'm not mistaken. I think he is. Someone do my research for me and find out, because I think he is. But yeah, absolute awesome talent. Loved his work in APA with JBL. Would love to see him come around just to have random segments again. He doesn't have to do anything to show up. Damn. Just go home. You didn't go home. Cool. But yeah, would love to have him back on TV. Would make Raw interesting, that's for sure. Dylan did not tell me where he's from, but Dylan asked, who do you think should win the Battle Royal this upcoming week on SmackDown? I want Luke Harper to win because of the story going on between Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. I think Luke Harper is a great talent. I think those 3 can actually have a lot of great things going on. I just feel like for me, when things are going so well with talents like Luke Harper, Bray Wyatt, and Randy Orton, you want to keep up that momentum. You don't want to let that flounder to the wayside, especially with Luke Harper doing so well right now. You want to reward him. I know he's still very sore over WWE not mentioning him in that WWE.com article of the hottest agents to be in the draft, and he got overlooked because he was injured. And ever since he's come back, he's been carrying a chip on his shoulder because he has something to prove. So I think he's been having good matches, really good matches with Randy Orton. I say let's go all the way with it. Give him that win at the Battle Royal next Tuesday. Now, he is someone I want to win. Who do I think will win? AJ Styles. I think AJ Styles will win the Battle Royal. And then somehow, some way, he'll get screwed out of the title shot he rightfully earned and then have a match against Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. They're going to use AJ. They're going to use the Battle Royal next week to set up AJ Styles and Shane McMahon, to which I say, it'll be a good match. I'm not saying they can't have a good match, but why are we doing Shane and AJ at this point in time? So I personally would have Luke Harper win. WWE will most likely have AJ win. So we'll see where that goes. Edward from, I think you're from the UK. Yes, Edward from the UK. With reports coming to light that SmackDown Women's Champion may not be defended, the Women's Championship may not be defended at WrestleMania, and instead there will be a 6-woman tag match for the SmackDown women at the show, pre-show or main show. Do you think that every title in the company should be defended at WrestleMania? Yes. It is the season finale of their TV show. It's where all the storylines, all the feuds culminate. If there was ever a pay-per-view where every title should be defended, it should be WrestleMania. And I do think that's BS. First off, think about this. Naomi won her first SmackDown Women's Championship at this past pay-per-view, Elimination Chamber. And she's going to go into WrestleMania as the champion, which is in her hometown, Orlando, Florida. Why would you not give her a match? No, excuse me. Why would you not have her defend that belt in her hometown? I'm sorry. I think that's BS. Naomi deserves to defend her belt in her hometown. I'm not saying she has to walk out as champion, but she at least deserves to be on the main card and defend that belt. Why? One, because female wrestling, the women in WWE have been killing it for at least the last year and a half. I'm going to even go a year and a half. They've been having great matches. They've been getting a lot of notoriety, having some of the best matches in WWE. They deserve to have legit main card, not pre-show, but main card matches. And in my personal opinion, Naomi deserves to have a title defense on the main card. And if they don't give it to her, that is a travesty. They should be ashamed of themselves. I would rather people riot. They won't riot. I think that's a bit extreme. But for real, Naomi deserves her own title match on WrestleMania. Is that clear? So yes, I do think all championships should be defended at WrestleMania. And I do think Naomi should have her own WrestleMania match. Next question here. Let me pull it back up. Next question comes from Dominique. Dominique, is it Dominique or Dominique? I'm going to call you Dominique. From France. Where do you see the Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt storyline going? One-on-one match at WrestleMania, as it should go. However, with the inclusion of Luke Harper, I wouldn't be shocked if they did a triple threat. I would like a triple threat. Harper, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton. Wyatt family WrestleMania. And then if we do it that way, we do the triple threat WrestleMania and then do Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt later. Because eventually Randy Orton will turn on Bray Wyatt. It's a long con. The long, long con. And I look forward to seeing where that goes. Like, I think it would be really cool if instead of doing the typical Randy Orton turns on Bray Wyatt's the heel, Randy Orton's the face, I say we flip it. I say Randy Orton finds a way to take over the Wyatt family. You know, he finds a way to steal Bray Wyatt's thunder and completely just take over everything that Bray Wyatt represents and start his own cult and eliminate the Wyatt family. And Bray Wyatt is the face trying to get his cult back. Let's do that. That's interesting. Nah, but they won't. It'll be typical. Randy Orton's the face, Bray Wyatt's a heel, WrestleMania one-on-one, which is fine. It's good. I just think we could do better. Have you played any sports in high school? No, I can't because I have asthma. Do you like the Rockets? Houston Rockets. Love the Houston Rockets. James Harden all the way, baby. Cooking up greatness. Love James Harden. How would you feel if WWE in the near future did an 8-way woman championship featuring 4 women from Raw and 4 women from SmackDown with both championships on the line? I do not like that. I think that's a cluster. I personally, if you're going to unify the belts, which is what you're trying to do here, just do one-on-one. Whoever the champions are at the time, have them fight, and the winner is the legit women's champion. Simple as that. I don't think you need all 8 or 8 women to fight for it. I would do a tournament. You can do a tournament. 8 women tournament. That's different. But it should be a one-on-one match either way. Whether it's 2 champions or the 2 finalists of a tournament fighting for the championship. That's what I would do. I'm old school like that. Now, Bryden Crocker from Australia asks, what is your WrestleMania 33 dream card? Honestly, I'm going to be real with you. I don't have one. WrestleMania this year really is in a tough spot. I hear some of you out there saying WrestleMania this year is going to suck. I don't like the card. It could be so much better. You have a point, but let's be real. Can you do better than what they're doing now? Because I'll be real with you. Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar should be a WrestleMania. I'm not changing that match. Rollins versus Triple H should be a WrestleMania. Not changing that match. That should have happened last year, but Rollins got hurt. So Rollins and Triple H at WrestleMania? Absolutely. Absolutely. Not changing that. There's a couple more matches they have in the cards right now that I wouldn't change anything of. So in terms of WrestleMania 33, I don't have an answer for you. I wouldn't change. Now, WrestleMania 34, we have something to work with. AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. Boom. Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar. Kaboom! You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Those are two matches that I would have headlined at WrestleMania. Absolutely. Now, you say name as many as I can. That's all I got right now. Now, eventually, I will have, after more time goes by and I see who's on the roster, I can give you a full legit card. But we'll see when that happens. Are you a fan of the Astros? Yes, I love the Astros. I love all the Houston teams. Texans, Rockets, and Astros, and then Dynamo. Even Dynamo. I don't even watch soccer, but I like Dynamo. Is it too late to bring back Gail Kim and Karma? Awesome Kong. It's not too late to bring them back, but I don't think either one of them wants to come to WWE right now. Gail Kim hates how they booked women when she was there. So she might be still harboring a grudge. Awesome Kong, you might see her back before Gail Kim. But we'll have to see. I think she got injured recently. So I also heard she retired, but then she came back. So we'll see. You might see her again in WWE, but I don't think you're gonna see Gail Kim at all. I will be shocked if Gail Kim walked back to the WWE doors. Do I think she should? Yeah, but she probably won't. All right, Nicholas from Atlanta. Got a lot of Atlanta fans in here. What are your favorite video game franchises? I got 5. Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Sonic, Mario, and I need one more. Persona. I like a lot of RPGs, especially JRPGs. Close second, if I was going to have like a top 10, I would definitely keep those 5. But then Tales of series, Tales of Symphonia, Tales of the Abyss, Tales of Vesperia, Tales of Symphonia. I haven't played the new one yet, but I will. But I love those kind of games. I like the freedom I get out of it. Mass Effect, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. Let's see, so many. I'm just writing them off the top of my head. Even some games that you guys don't even think about, like Crash Bandicoot, Jack and Dexter, so many. Fire Emblem. I'm just looking around. What else I got here? Dragon Ball Z doesn't count because that's not really a game series. There's so many game series I like. But yeah, I am a big game head. But thank you for that question, man. Let's see here. Getting back. Jesus Christ. I hate when I do that. I put my phone down and I have to open it back up. I should just keep it up and just scroll like this and make sure it doesn't close on me. All right, so getting back to where I was because here we go. I got lost. Elias didn't tell me where he was from. The heck, Elias? But Elias asked, yo, Dalyxman, which brand will be good after the second draft? Hopefully both of them. But more than likely, SmackDown will be good and Raw will still suck because Raw is 3 hours. But hopefully both of them. Peter from the NYC, New York City. Peter asked, how would you feel if Luke Harper wins the Battle Royal next week and goes to beat Bray Wyatt and become the WWE Champion WrestleMania? You had me at the Battle Royal, but then he said, beat Bray Wyatt. Nah. Bray Wyatt should not lose that belt for a long time. He should hold that belt at least until SummerSlam. And then if you build Luke Harper up enough, yeah, have him beat Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam. But until then, heck no. Sorry, Luke Harper's not ready to be world champion. Luke Harper is ready to be Intercontinental champion. I would rather see Luke Harper versus Baron Corbin than Bray Wyatt lose the belt to Luke Harper for the will be for the first time, but for WrestleMania, no. Thank you for the question, man. What WWE games are you best at? And he mentioned WWE Champions. Who was this? Steven from the UK. What WWE games am I best at? Basically all the PS2 games. That is WWE Just Bring It, Shut Your Mouth, Here Comes the Pain, SmackDown vs. Raw, SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. I haven't played 2008 or 2009. But you play me at those games, you ain't winning, son. You ain't winning. There are a couple of games I've also played. I've also played WWE No Mercy. This is N64 days. WWE Wrestlemania 2000. What else we got? I even got a couple of games right here. Legends of WrestleMania for Xbox. I also got WWE All-Stars. And I also have WWE Champions, which I will be posting more videos of that in the near future. So, yeah, love a lot of the games, man. But, yeah, thanks for the question. Chip from Dallas, Texas. Chip asks, when do you see Bray Wyatt losing the belt? The World Championship. Hopefully at SummerSlam. He needs to have a legit run. He might even hold it past SummerSlam, but I would have him go all the way to SummerSlam. And who do I think he should lose it to? Cesaro. Now, if you saw my draft video in part 1, I have Cesaro coming to SmackDown. Why not have Cesaro go on a big string of wins? Rack up a good victory streak, a good winning streak. Get him some momentum, and then have him beat Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam. That match, by the way, would be phenomenal. Phenomenal match at SummerSlam. I definitely would want to see that. And have him win the championship finally. So there you go. Someone just called me out for SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. Don't do that to yourself, son. Who is that? Who is that? I is not. I is not. Boy, I is will backhand you if you challenge me again. I is Dalyxman. I is your superior, and I is had the backhand of justice. I don't even know what that was. But thank you for the question, Chip. Antonio from Tennessee. Are you going to see the new Tupac biopic when it comes out? Absolutely. I am definitely going to see that. I love learning about my heritage, my history. And anytime you get yourself one of these movies that talk about this, no, not Forearms, you know what I'm talking about. I'm a big fan of Black historical films. Anytime I get a chance to look at the history of hip-hop or history of anything that's been popular, I always go to those movies. And it's kind of like one of those things where I'm obligated to do it. I don't want to. I love it. I love watching those movies. And Tupac changed the game, man. Tupac, if he never existed, where would hip-hop be? It changed the game for the good, but also for the bad. But the guy is one of the greatest musical artists in the world of all time. You goddamn right I'm going to go see it. If Daniel Bryan never had to retire, what would he be doing right now? Maybe a little something in between the ropes. Not refereeing either. Honestly, if he could still wrestle, he probably would have left WWE a long time ago. He can still wrestle. He just can't wrestle in WWE. And he can't get out of his contract, so he's stuck. Travis from Brooklyn. Travis asked, do you think Tetsuya Naito or Kazuchika Okada will ever be in WWE? So, will Naito and Okada be in WWE? Okada, yes. I think Okada is a thoroughbred and is made for WWE. He's tailor-made for WWE. Naito, I don't know. That is to be determined. I think he could fit in WWE. I don't think WWE will see him as a star. That's my thing. They look at Okada. You can look at Okada and go, hell yeah, that's a star. Naito, he doesn't fit the WWE image, so I really don't know about that. So that's my thoughts on that. Josh from Sacramento. If you could become a manager, would you be a heel or a face, and who would you manage? Because I piss people off on a daily basis, not just here on YouTube, but in real life. But I have a personality that's very confrontational, and I don't mind saying stuff that hurts people's feelings, so I would definitely be a heel. And someone like me who's scrawny and small, I need someone who can match the size of my mouth. You know, because I can't fight. I can't back up what I'm saying. So I'm going to need someone that's big and tough and can scare people to back up what I'm saying, like a Braun Strowman. I would also manage a Mark Henry. I would love to manage Mark Henry. But for me, if I'm going to manage someone, I would manage someone new. Going to the Indies, I would love to manage Jeff Cobbs. Jeff Cobbs is Matanza from Lucha Underground, but he's also an Olympic wrestler, a huge Olympic professional wrestler. And he would be amazing in WWE, but that's someone I would love to manage. Man, I would talk him up so badly, and the kids and the women and the men would be all like, "You the greatest of all time," because I said so. Let me give you an example. Oh, you stupid. Nah. This is not time for that. I'll be here all day. I got stuff to do. Let's go. So this next question comes from Preston from Oakley, California. Preston asks, what are your thoughts about Styles going to Raw and Reigns going to SmackDown? Well, for me, eventually that's going to happen. I do think both of them should go to those brands respectively. I don't think it should happen this year. I think AJ should stay on SmackDown, and I think Reigns should go one more year on Raw. He should turn heel. Let them have their runs. Let them finish their runs out. And then when the draft happens in 2018, oh, yeah, absolutely. AJ to Raw, Roman Reigns to SmackDown. I just think this year there's so much more for AJ to do on SmackDown. He's not done yet. There's also, to me, Reigns, if he turns heel, would do Raw's brand, WWE, everybody so much for the company. Do so many good things. And I just think, for me, if you're going to do that with Roman Reigns, he needs to be on Raw. If you send him to SmackDown just so you can keep him a babyface, it's not going to work. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. All right. Louis from El Centro, California. Louis asks, what are your favorite video games? Well, let's take a look at my collection right here. I actually had this out ready to go because I saw your question earlier. So these are my Xbox games. Let me go ahead and reach over here so I can get all of them, because I do have a startling collection of games here. There's one more game that's very important. Let me get that. Come here. I got you. All right, well, let's take a look at this here. These are all my Xbox games. Let me lift them up. All right. So if you can see here, Final Fantasy's on top. Final Fantasy 13. Then we got Devil May Cry. I was going to say Daredevil. That would be a great game. Let's see here. Got Mortal Kombat 2. I don't even know why I ended up with 2 Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe games. It is what it is. We got Persona Ultimax and Persona Arena. Love Persona. Can't get enough of that. Can't wait for a new game to come out. WWE All-Stars. That's another WWE game I like. This boxing game I had forever. I don't think I've ever played it, though. Mortal Kombat 9. Great game. Let's see. Dragon Ball Z Universe, of course. And I have Universe 2 over here. Batman Arkham City. Batman Arkham Knight. And I think that's Injustice. Yeah, Injustice. And I will be getting Injustice 2. Why would I not? That is basically all my Xbox games. Let me show you my PS4 games after I put these over here down. I'm a big video game nerd, guys. I love playing video games. If I can make a living playing video games like Markiplier, that's what I would do. I don't think I'm kidding. You know how he makes millions of dollars, or yeah, I'm not kidding. I think he makes about millions. He should. I would think he would. How he makes millions of dollars just playing video games. That's what I would do. There we go. Okay, so these are my PlayStation games. I'm like, wow, that's not that many games. No, it's not. It's really not that many games when you think about it. But it's games that I like playing. So let's see here. What did I do? I have other games too that I want to show you. Where did they go? Dalyxman, where did you put your games at? Okay. So basically, here are the games I have in my hand right now. Can't go wrong with Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts, Batman Arkham Knight. That would make sense because I have the other 2 games. I don't have Arkham Origins yet. Don't know why. That's Mortal Kombat 10, of course. And then Final Fantasy 14. Why are you guys shocked? Of course, that would make the most sense. Now, on top of that, I do also have Overwatch, which don't know what I did with that. It was over here somewhere. I was trying to show you the case because, let's see here. Oh, forgot about this baby. Sonic. I was just playing that today. That's why it wasn't in with the rest of them. Let's see here. I think that's, for the most part, that's everything, including Overwatch. I don't know what I did with the case. I'll have to look for it later. But, yeah, man, those are the video games I like playing. He actually tagged on another question. My favorite ladder match. That's easy. WrestleMania 17. WrestleMania 17 TLC 2. Favorite one. Can't go wrong with TLC. You can't go wrong with TLC, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. So Dalyxman's gonna put his games back now, and he has to find Overwatch because he's losing stuff now, making me old. Oh, wait. Before I move on to the next question, can't go wrong with the creme de la creme, baby. Mass Effect. Mass Effect. All 3 games, 1, 2, and 3, and I will be getting a new one on PS4. You best believe it. You out your mind if you think I'm not getting any Mass Effect games. Shoot. Don't play with me. Don't y'all play with me. So, all right. Moving on. Do you have any collection of Funko Pops? Don't know what that is, so I'm going to say no. Are you going to get a triple threat? Are we going to get a triple threat match between Luke Harper, Orton, and Bray Wyatt? It would be cool. And this is Johnny from Virginia. Thank you for telling me, Johnny. Demetrius from... He didn't tell me where he was from. But Demetrius asks, what was your overall thoughts on John Cena versus The Rock at WrestleMania 28? And he mentions that I didn't talk about it. So let me just go ahead and make this announcement. This is a big announcement that I am going to tell you now. Those of you who do not know, starting March 1st, big announcement. March 1st, I will be reviewing all WrestleManias leading up to WrestleMania 33. Now, if you look back through my history on here, I have reviewed WrestleMania 30, 31, 32. I reviewed WrestleMania 30. Well, I need to re-review WrestleMania 32. Jesus Christ, because I deleted that video. So I'll review WrestleMania 32. I'll review WrestleMania 29 as well. I did WrestleMania 28, but that was on a different channel. So I'll redo everything from 1 to 28, and then I'll add in 32 again. But for the most part, to answer your question, did live up to the hype. The hype was more interesting than the match itself. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot more interesting than the match itself. But yeah, it's something that you have to look forward to. So starting March 1st, Dalyxman will be reviewing every single WrestleMania. Oh yeah, leading into WrestleMania 33. So thank you for that. With Chris Jericho being a face now, does this mean he won't say his heel catchphrases anymore? Why wouldn't he? To me, the best baby faces are people who take what they did as heels and use them on the bad guys. Because when The Rock was a heel back in the day, everything that he did with the stick straight up your candy ass, if you smell what The Rock was cooking, he was doing that as a heel. And then he just turned it around on the heels, and he was awesome. So Chris Jericho should keep the shtick. Just do it to Kevin Owens. Seriously. This is Jake from Boston, Massachusetts. Jake says, do you think Cedric Alexander, I like this. Do you think Cedric Alexander could be a main eventer? Actually, yeah, I do. I think with the right booking, with the right packaging, maybe with a manager, maybe give him the right kind of storyline and the right opponents. Absolutely. Oh, he could definitely close the show. Will he? It's hard to say. But yeah, absolutely. I definitely would love to see Cedric in the main event. Do you think turning Shane McMahon is a good idea? Oh, you asking me, do I think turning him heel is a good idea? No. Shane is a natural born babyface. Do not turn him heel right now. Do not turn him heel. That is a no-no. No. By the way, this is Rahit from, I don't know where you're from. I have no idea where you're from, but thank you, Rahit. Oh, Lord. I'm going to get your name wrong. Al Yasid. I'll call you Johnson. Johnson, who didn't tell me where he was from, asked me 2 questions. Thoughts on the rumors of Kelly returning to WWE? She should not come back to WWE. We're far away from that era of female wrestlers. Kelly should not come back to WWE unless it's to be a manager. Fine. But other than that, don't touch that freaking ring. Keep her away from the championship. Keep her away. Sorry. Which superhero movie are you most excited to see in 2017? Man, there's a lot of them. There's Logan. There's Power Rangers. There's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. There's Spider-Man. There's Thor Ragnarok. Jesus, I don't know. I can't pick. They're all great. I look forward to every single one of them. The one that I anticipate the most, I have to say Power Rangers, because I'm a big Power Ranger nut. So I guess that answers your question. I guess I'll say Power Rangers, but I'm going to see all of them because they're just awesome. Did I miss? I think that's all of them. No, there's got to be more superhero films. Right? What superhero films did I miss? Is John Wick? That's not a superhero film. That's just an assassination film. But you guys let me know if I missed anything. Moving on. Who do you most likely think will be WWE Champion for SmackDown during the summer? And he gave me a list of people that he thinks should be it, but he wants me to determine who could be out of the list. So, out of the people you gave me, Deshaun, who, again, you didn't tell me where you're from. Guys, again, when you're giving me questions, tell me where you're from so I can give you credit for it. Deshaun. But Deshaun says, out of these 3 people, who should be champion? Who would be champion during the summer? Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, The Miz. For the summer, I give it to The Miz. I'm not joking you. I would give it to The Miz. I would let him hold that belt till SummerSlam because he's done an excellent job. An excellent job as a heel on SmackDown. Let him run with that baby. Seriously. What do you think of local indie promotions, and have you heard of Crash Chested Wrestling? This is Richard from Thornton, Illinois. I think it's good to have local indie promotions because it creates the idea of a territory. Because back in the days when the companies couldn't teach the wrestlers, and I mean back in the days before I was born, when WWF or NWA or any of those wrestlers can't teach them, they would send them to the territories and they would go and learn, they would go and grow. So when they got to a WWF or WCW, they were already well taught and well prepared to take and handle with anything they can, with anything. Wow, I can't speak English. They were taught to take and handle anything the companies gave to them, basically. And it's good to have that idea of local indie promotions like PWG, and TNA is an indie company at this point. Let's be real. So is ROH. But Revolutionary Pro Wrestling, WCPW. There are a lot of other wrestling promotions in the UK. There are some in Canada. It's good to have these other indie promotions where people can go to and grow and actually harness and, learn more about their craft. So, yeah, and as for your second question, I have no idea what Crash Tested Wrestling is, but thank you for asking. How would you book Brock Lesnar's Universal title run at Wrestlemania if he wins? First off, he will win. And quite frankly, I'll just keep it as it is. Brock Lesnar just holds the belt to SummerSlam and does nothing with it, because screw it, why not? Daniel guys, Alex, have you seen the Nintendo Switch? And if so, what are your thoughts on it? Sorry, I'm not gonna play it. No, I'm just joking. My nephew wants it, so I might end up purchasing one for him. But it's always good to see, the gaming industry expand and grow and reach out to different audiences. Let's see here. Will Bobby Roode ever be a WWE champion one day? I hope so. He better be, especially since I'm seeing him to Raw. He better give him that championship one time. Shoot. How would you book a Shield reunion? That's a question for a future video. Ask me in the future, but thank you, Victor. Victor from Bulgaria. Victor from the Bulgarian brute, Rusev Vusevotska. Anyways, Let's see here. Alfred, who didn't tell me where he's from, is Roman Reigns versus The Rock a good idea for WrestleMania 34? Thank you. You just gave me another WrestleMania 34 dream match. So, here we go. WrestleMania 34, I got AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. Boom. I got Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe. Boom. And now we throw in Roman Reigns versus The Rock. I forget about that. Roman Reigns versus The Rock. That is a match that needs to happen. If anything, Rock should have his final match, his final ever wrestling match against Roman Reigns. That match would be amazing. Especially if Roman Reigns is a heel. And then we have Roman Reigns meet The Rock on sets and try to take his spotlight, saying he's a bigger movie star than The Rock. Come the on. Come on now. Come on. I would love to see that. Love to see that. Isaiah from Norfolk, Virginia. Would you agree that the idea, would you agree with the idea that Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch rivalry over the Divas Championship last year was the initial step of success for the ongoing women's Would you agree that Charlotte versus Becky Lynch's rivalry over the Divas Championship last year was the initial step of success for the ongoing women's renaissance today? To me, I wouldn't say that was the first step. The first step happened in 2014 when Charlotte fought Natalya. That was the first step. I think that was when that was the first time I went, see, women can have good matches. See that? Women are having good matches. They're not just plastic mannequins that do reality TV shows. Just saying. So yeah, that's where I went. We're on to something here. Thoughts on Dalton Castle? Do I think he can be a big star in WWE? As a character he is, no, because they wouldn't let him go that far. Sorry. But I do think he would be if WWE wasn't so PC. And thank you, Cameron, who didn't tell me where you were from. And thank you, Draven, who also didn't tell me. This is Draven G. What's up, Draven? Draven asks, what do you see Finn Balor doing if he is back in time for WrestleMania? Okay. Crap. I don't know. They might not bring him back for WrestleMania the more I think about it. Samoa Joe? We'll have to see. Man, that sucks. Oh, man, that sucks. He might not be at WrestleMania. Do you think Ty Dillinger should turn heel and become overly confident with his 10 gimmick? Right now, no. And even if he happened to go with this gimmick for a while, I think eventually fans will become so in love with the gimmick that it's gonna be hard to boo him. I never saw Ty Dillinger as someone I would boo. I just think he's just extremely likable. They can try. I don't think I would hate him. Rohan, would you give R-Truth a little Jimmy gimmick again? Yes. And turn him heel? Absolutely. How long do you think it will take for Sami Zayn to win a world championship? On SmackDown, not that long. On Raw, never. So let's assume he's on SmackDown. He followed my draft. I give him a year. How would you book Eva Marie? I'm assuming on Raw. I keep what they're doing with her now. Just have her go out there, get ready to wrestle, and then have a wardrobe malfunction. I love that. That's awesome. Keep that going. It's perfect. Do you think Muhammad Hassan was the most hated heel of all time? No. Heck no. He didn't start no riots. You know, you talk about most hated heels of all time. I think the Dudley Boys in ECW. Dudley Boys in ECW started riots. They incited riots on a daily basis. I think of people like the Iron Sheik. I think of people like the Sheik. Scary, scary guy. I think of people like, who were good heels back then? Who really started right? Jerry the King Lawler, who had to carry a freaking gun Because every single time he won a championship match, the Memphis crowd would try to beat him up on the outside. He would have to carry a gun just to keep himself safe. Those are the real heels. Y'all don't know what real heel is. If you think Muhammad Hassan was one of the most hated heels of all time. Don't know what that was. Sorry. David, don't know where you're from, but David Herbst, do you think Bray Wyatt has been booked better as a champion in the last couple of weeks than Kevin Owens has been booked his entire championship run? Yes. That's where I'm going to leave it. I hate what they've done with Kevin Owens as Universal Champion. They look so weak. What is your favorite movie of all time? Aladdin, Disney. Seriously, that's just me. That's just Aladdin. That's just me. David from Sacramento asks, because they keep mentioning it, should WWE book Charlotte to go 20-0 in pay-per-views? Well, that would mean, because what is she at now? She's at 16 now. If she wins the championship back at Fastlane, that's 17 now. WrestleMania is 18-0, and then pay-per-view 19-0. You know what? Screw it. If they're this close, you might as well, and then have her drop the belt at SummerSlam, and then it'll be 24-0. Whatever. Sure, I wouldn't be upset at that. Would you rather see Shane McMahon versus The Miz at WrestleMania with the stipulation of Daniel Bryan's job being in line? Whoa. Bring that back. Would you rather see Shane McMahon versus The Miz at WrestleMania with the stipulation of Daniel Bryan's job being on the line? If The Miz beats Shane McMahon, Daniel Bryan gets fired? That's a match I want to see. Now, that's something I can actually get behind. That makes sense because it's involving Daniel Bryan. So I'm not actually mad at that. Knowing she wants to transition into a part-timer, what are your thoughts? Try that again. Knowing she wants to transition into a part-timer, what are your thoughts on Nikki Bella replacing Daniel Bryan as a SmackDown general manager? What? No, I'm going to pretend you didn't ask that, David. I'm just going to skip over your question now. Just going to pretend you didn't ask that. Anyways, Joa didn't tell me where he was from. Will Shinsuke Nakamura be successful in the main roster? Yes. Do I think he'll be a WWE champion one day? Absolutely. He is everything WWE can want and more. So expect him to be a multiple-time world champion. Brian from Corpus Christi, Texas. Texan, good to see you. What do you think if WWE brought back the King of the Ring? Oh my God, please. A legit 16 and 32 round tournament with the biggest names of the business from Raw, SmackDown, bowing out, and the winner receives a world title match at SummerSlam. Hell yeah! High five! Just give me the high five. Yeah. I missed that one. There you go. That was awesome. I love that. That is a great question. I appreciate that. How do you feel if it replaced Money in the Bank? Screw it. I mean, I hear Money in the Bank's going to be on SmackDown this year, so make Raw do it. That'd be cool. Gustavo, don't know where you're from, but not that. What? Oh, okay. Sorry, that was a weird way to start your sentence. Some time ago, I see what you're trying to say. Now that some time has passed, do you see Damian Sandow's career working in TNA and WCPW? Yeah, because he's Damian Sandow. He's awesome. He'll work anywhere he goes. Is the Ruthless Aggression era underrated or overrated? Underrated. I love how everybody talks about the Attitude Era. It completely overlooks the Ruthless Aggression Era. The Ruthless Aggression Era had some of the greatest moments in wrestling history, let alone some of the best wrestling in wrestling history. Eddie Guerrero, Rob Van Dam, Edge. Yeah, Mick Foley was during that time as well. Randy Orton, John Cena, Batista, Molly Holly, Trish Stratus, Lita. Like, some of the best wrestling happened during the freaking Ruthless Aggression Era. Hulk Hogan's career had a resurgence in the Ruthless Aggression Era. Triple H was at his prime during the Ruthless Aggression Era. Completely overlooked. So yes, I do think it's underrated. Brian from California. A lot of Bryans. I have a lot of Bryans who are watching me. Thoughts on Vince not wanting to push Cesaro? He's an idiot. I'm sorry. Vince is not an idiot. I just think Vince doesn't see what kind of a great star Cesaro is. And I think when he goes to SmackDown, he will. Honestly. Maria. Oh, a female wrestling fan. Hello, Maria. Maria asks, are you excited about the new tournament arc in DBZ? DB Super. Yes. I like DB Super. Can't wait for it to start. It's going to be awesome. Which wrestler currently on the roster is overrated? Overrated to me. Overrated. I think the most overrated wrestler on the roster. Can I say James Ellsworth? Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of feel like no, screw that. No, you know the most overrated wrestler on the roster? It's Mr. Cock that fist, make it rain. Mr. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. What am I talking about? I'm sorry, James. You're the man. Shoot. Roman Reigns is the most overrated. And someone even said it. Thank you, Frank. You're the man, Frank. Give me a high five, Frank. Yeah. Thank you. Shoot. All right. Last question. Damien Damien Javier has 3 questions. Will John Cena beat Ric Flair's record to become a 17-time world champion? Yes, he will. Expect it. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. 2K company will bring, if necessary, of a new game, WWE 2K18 2017. When you play it? Will I play 2K18 if it comes out? Nah. Nope. Sorry, not for me. Will WWE bring any pay-per-view arena in outdoor stadium like Yankee Stadium or any baseball stadium under administration of WWE? So basically, will they actually perform in one of the football stadiums? Why wouldn't they? I would. Why wouldn't you want to expand to other markets outside of what you got now? So absolutely. Okay, let's go to the Twitter for my questions, and then I'll go to the live chat for the rest of the questions. All right, we are now on Twitter. Will we see a Triple H stable involving Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and others? We could. Can't really predict that right now, but let's see. Who will retire first? I love this question. Who will retire first? Brock Lesnar or John Cena? Cena. Well, wait. Let me pull that back. Brock Lesnar. Let me tell you why. I do not see him resigning after this contract's over with, because I think Brock Lesnar has made so much money to where he just doesn't care anymore. Why should he? Like, you paid him $10 million for the last. You've been paying these guys. You've been paying Brock Lesnar millions of dollars since 2012. Imagine how much he's made off of WWE in the last 6 years. He's good. I think he's good. What are your thoughts on the WWE catering its TV program and live specials to the hardcore fan base? It's a double-edged sword. You know, the thing is, it's not the fact that we should cater to the casual viewers or the hardcore base. You're supposed to cater. I don't know why I was saying carry. But the idea of a successful company is to cater to everybody. That's hardcores and casual viewers. Because the best companies can do that. That's why I love Lucha Underground. I think Lucha Underground is the kind of company that can cater to everybody. Hardcore fans like me that love wrestling, and the casual viewers who like the crazy stuff. You need something for everybody. You can't just have a show for the hardcore fans and then screw the casual viewers, or vice versa. It's a show for the casual viewers and screw the hardcore fans. Anybody that tries to appeal to one segment of the audience, they're idiots. Appeal to everybody. Because that's how it's supposed to work. Just saying. What are your thoughts on the dynamics of the WWE fans cheering for the heels and booing the baby faces? It's a result of WWE's horrible booking and how they present the audience, and how they present their it's how they present their product. If you book your baby faces to a point where they are not realistic and don't feel like human beings, the heels are gonna get over. If you book your baby faces to a point where the heels are being screwed over, like legitimately being screwed over, of course the faces are going to get booed. You know, you have to give fans a reason to cheer the faces and boo the heels. Otherwise, what are we doing? Okay, who had the better year in wrestling? AJ Styles 2016 or CM Punk 2011? Ooh, I'm going to go with CM Punk 2011. Punk got major popular. And see, AJ Styles, let me tell you why I think CM Punk did better than AJ last year. Although AJ, he into the Royal Rumble, had an amazing pop, won the championship, and beat John Cena. CM Punk did that too. He didn't enter the Royal Rumble, he won it. But CM Punk not just beat John Cena and win the World Championship, did it twice, by the way. He won the championship twice. CM Punk got crossover mainstream appeal. He broke barriers that I didn't even know he could break. He definitely had a better year than AJ Styles. One more, and then I'll go to the live chat. Do you think WB is rushing the Justice League? Yeah. I do think the live action Justice League is way too rushed. They need to take their time. Guys, you know how long it took to make the first Avengers movie? 4 years. 4 years, 4 movies. Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Thor, Captain America, then the Avengers. Then they started over. Well, actually 5 movies. Because Iron Man 2 was in there. And then they started over with Iron Man 3, Captain America 2, Thor 2, and then Guardians of the Galaxy, and then we had Avengers. Well, we had Avengers Age of Ultron, and then basically Captain America 3, which is Avengers 3. But, they build up to their movies. Make it feel special. WB is just like, Justice League. Here they are. There's no build up. It's like Raw. They don't build up to anything anymore. Don't tell a story. It's just, here they are. It's stupid. All right. Let's go to it. Let's go to the live chat. Ask me. No, don't answer me. Ask me. In the live chat. I'll answer as many of them as I can because I got a couple more minutes before I get out of here. So what you got? Dalyxman. Do you think Ty Dillinger will be drafted to SmackDown Live? Yes, I did my draft video not too long ago. I do think he'll be drafted to SmackDown Live. I don't disagree with Sami Zayn being drafted. But do you think he's ready for SmackDown? Yeah. Why wouldn't he be ready for SmackDown? That brand is tailor-made for Sami Zayn. Seriously, he's Sami Zayn to me is a wrestler's wrestler. And when you have a show about the wrestling, that's where he should be. So absolutely. Do you think it's a good idea to have the United Kingdom Championship on NXT? Yes, because right now there is no UK show, and you need to showcase your United Kingdom champion. I think that's a great idea. Let's see here. Do you think, I just read that. Do you think WWE is going to make a tournament to bring back the Hardcore Championship? Nah. It was good back in the day, but the Hardcore Championship should stay retired for what it is. Do you think Nakamura is too stiff? Describe too stiff. Define too stiff. Because if you mean he hits them for real, welcome to wrestling. Literally, welcome to wrestling. Like, why are people going to be mad? Like, oh, he hits me too hard. He hits me to shut up. Get out of wrestling if you're a baby. What countries are you interested in traveling to? That's a good question. Japan, eventually. I do want to go ahead and go to Africa one day. I do want to go to Canada. I do want to check out the Cuba. I want to explore the world. I want to go everywhere. I want to go to Antarctica. No, shoot, I'm joking. I don't want to go there. But yeah, there's plenty of countries, the ones I named you, that I want to go to. A few more. Who do you think will be John Cena's last opponent? John Cena's last opponent. John Cena's last opponent. I would love for it to be Shinsuke Nakamura. Seriously, that would be an amazing last opponent for John Cena. Perfect for him, too. Let's see. What is the best Marvel Cinematic Universe film? So far, easily Captain America 3. Oh, Civil War, absolutely, is so far the best one. Nothing has topped it yet. Amazing film. You can't get better than that film. That one was, oh my God. Have you found my Dalyx girl? Ah, no, I'm a single person. I gotta keep looking. I'm single, ladies. Yeah, right. See, that's why I'm single. What I just did there. So that's. Anyways, do you think the WrestleMania main event would be better than Okada versus Omega? No. Okada and Omega broke. Apparently, they broke the scale based off of Dave Meltzer's rating system, but that match was so good, so amazing that I don't think anything's gonna come close to it. I doubt Goldberg and Lesnar are gonna top that match. And if anybody comes out and says this is a 5-star match, 5-star classic, shut up, shut up, flick you, shut up. Anyways, 2 more. How would you book our Lord and Savior Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight, to win the NXT Championship? Exactly how they booked him on the UK tournament. Don't change a damn thing. He would be a great NXT champion. All right. Final question. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be here? Do you think SmackDown will ever main event a WrestleMania? If it was Cena versus Taker this year, that would have been the main event. If it's going to be Taker versus anybody from SmackDown next year, that will be the main event, especially if it's Taker's last match. So, yes, I do think eventually SmackDown will close the show. This year they won't because of Brock Lesnar and freaking Goldberg. So, yeah. But eventually they will. One day. Thank you guys for the Q&A. Hope you like both versions, part 1 and part 2, because that was so planned. It was so planned. I hope you like both versions of it. Comment down below your thoughts on everything I answered. And thank you guys for tuning in. With that said, subscribe, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. Check out everything down below in the description box, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Your boy, Dalyxman, signing out. Take you guys next time.